Graham Hancock reveals mind-boggling mysteries of the Great Pyramid of Giza and who really built it. Steve McCalmy, Collective Spark reports. I'll say this off the top, I believe we don't know our true history, not even close. What we're going to explore in this article are mathematical mysteries about the Great Pyramid and will challenge your perception of what we know of our past. And let me just put my comment in here. The past few videos, you'll see that I'll leave a link below for the Manly P. Hall video. Very nice, about 1.5 hours, Atlantis and the Gods of Antiquity, because he confirms what the Emerald Tablets written by Thoth the Atlantean says, that the ancient Atlanteans that survived the catastrophe of Atlantis went to various parts of the world and even ancient Egypt, and they were the what we would call the first gods, quote unquote, of Egypt. The pharaohs and the gods of Egypt, they were so advanced in their knowledge and their technology. They built the Sphinx, they built the pyramids, and Thoth the Atlantean himself said that he has his spacecraft under a Sphinx in a plateau of pyramids. Okay, so we don't know if that's the Giza Plateau or if it's the Saqqara Plateau, because Saqqara also has pyramids. We don't know if it also has sphinxes. Maybe it does, and they're covered up with the sands. We have no idea. But that's my comment here, that these were perhaps so ancient that they were actually constructed by Atlanteans, as Manly P. Hall says in his video. That's why I will also leave a link for that as well, if you haven't seen it yet. It's very good to know. He has a lot of details in there. And he even goes into the small detail of the fact that the various Indian tribe, the native Indians of America, know that they had Chaldean letters, Chaldean alphabet, which was, of course, from the Middle East. So how did it get to America? It's because that was brought there by some other peoples that had space flight and air flight, like the Atlanteans, the ancient Atlanteans. So going back to this, it's not just the incredible research about our past from people like Robert Bauval and Graham Hancock, Nassim Haramein and Brian Forrester that illustrate how different our true history really is from what we are taught in the mainstream. There's a lot of things that have come out lately concerning our archaeology and our anthropology. And it's very mysterious that anyone asks, who did that? How did they do that? Even after so many years of apparently having the answers. When I was a kid, I always was fascinated by the Egyptian pyramids, as we all are. At that stage, he says, I wasn't even aware that many other types of pyramids that exist on this planet, their significance or incredible history. All I knew of were huge yellowish-orange triangular pyramids that gave me a sense of wonder and amazement about our past. I recall watching shows on TV and TLC channel, to be exact, talking about the mysteries of the ancient pyramids, how people thought they were built, and even when they were dated. Regardless of the modern Egyptologist view, I always felt there was, quote, otherworldly, end quote, play involved. While at the time to me that meant aliens, now I understand it could simply mean that what we think is otherworldly now may actually be of our world, but from our past. More specifically, that what we might call aliens now actually existed here on Earth en masse many years ago. And again, Manly P. Hall goes into the fact that these UFOs and extraterrestrials, quote unquote, humanoids that we see, could actually be these Atlanteans leftovers that are hiding and are in various places in the world, whether they're in underground areas or whether they're undersea. And they have their craft and their advanced technology, and they're zipping in and out of interdimensional parallel universes, because let's remember that that's also what they were able to do in ancient Atlantis. That's one of the reasons they were not to do that, but they really abused that to a very large extent. So we see that in front of our eyes. Our pilots are also witnessing that and confirming that these hypersonic vehicles, these spaceships, are zipping in and out of other dimensions, it looks like. So going back to this. Currently, Egyptologists most commonly accept that the pyramids were constructed by moving huge stones from a quarry and dragging and lifting them into place. There have been a number of people who illustrated how this could have been done, but many don't believe it was that simple. Not only that, they believe that given the complexity of various factors involved with the incredibly precise placement of the pyramids, more information must have been known about Earth that historians state people did not know at that time. These are a few mind-boggling facts about the dimensions of the Great Pyramid in relation to the Earth. If you take the height of the pyramid and multiply it by 43,200, you get the polar radius of the Earth. If you take the base perimeter of the pyramid and multiply it by 43,200, you get the equatorial circumference of the Earth. As Graham states in the video below, for thousands of years, through dark ages and even during a time when humans did not even know we lived on a planet, somehow that monument was built and encoded with the exact dimensions of the Earth at a scale of 1 to 43,200. And this number of 43,200 is not random either. It's derived from a key motion of the Earth called the precession of the Earth's axis. Where did this knowledge come from? Perhaps lost civilizations in the human story, perhaps extraterrestrials. Graham Hancock dives into the fascinating facts in a short video where he explains the questions: how were the pyramids built? And what's important? I believe that by exploring the true nature of our reality and the true history of human beings, we will come to a deeper understanding of not only ourselves, but what we are capable of, and how we can live on this planet to create a more thriving and peaceful world. There are a number of belief systems going around stating that humans are violent by nature and that we are limited creatures destined to go to school, get a job, and live out our days as slaves to an economic system. I don't believe that is the reality we must face moving forward. Not only that, I believe humanity is going through a process of awakening to this fact en masse. We're witnessing a massive change on this planet that we can feel, but many may not totally realize on a day-to-day basis unless we pay attention. It's a change or a shift that's taking place in such a profound way that I believe it will rewrite who we think we are and why we are here. As a result, we will change the way we live on this planet so much that we won't even recognize it in today's world. And I don't believe this will take hundreds of years. In this article, Graham Hancock reveals mind-boggling mysteries of Great Pyramids and who really built it, originally created for collective evolution, published here under Creative Commons. It's on Collective Spark. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.